coming to the job interview today. I have a few questions for you. I guess we'll start with, why did you choose your major?
Well, growing up, I learned pretty early that I did not want a basic job in retail. I had to work retail at the local grocery store for almost 4 years. Uh, and from that, I learned that retail is something that I do not want to do. So I decided to put myself through college. Working there with the manager that was in place taught me a lot. The managers and bosses were not the type of people that should have authority or be making the decisions. They didn't understand how to talk to people or customers. The backstock was a problem in that store. Ended up going bad a lot of the time, which they were losing money off of. They did take the opinions of their employees too seriously. I seen things that needed action to be taken on, so I brought up what I thought would be great solutions, and that was needing attention, and they would reply, if we needed your opinion, then we would ask for it. I talked to some more of the management, and it got me nowhere. The outcome wasn't positive, and the result was me hearing that I wasn't going to do anything about it. So this experience made me see how to not conduct a business, and it really made me consider business school and made me want to run my own business. So here I am, and this situation didn't turn out the way I figured it would, but I'm glad it has led me to where it has.
I see. Good answer. My second question would be, what are your three greatest strengths?
My three greatest strengths. Well, I'm a transfer student, and while I was at community college, I had no other choice but to work a job. I worked about 30 hours a week, and I paid for everything other than my cell phone bill. I knew that to be successful in this day and time, that I was going to need a college degree, so I buckled down and made the grades that I knew that I needed to get me into a pretty good university. There were days that my friends were going out and doing things that I couldn't do because I was going to school full time and working almost full time at Food Line. I was busy 24/7, either doing homework or at work, but I still managed to keep a 3.4 GPA. So for this reason, I would say my greatest strengths are being determined, disciplined, and self-driven. I have put in the work that was required of me. I didn't get to do all the things that I wanted to do, but I did the things that was required of me. I'm at the college of my choice and getting the degree that I've always wanted. So I believe that it was pretty well worth all of the hard work.
I see. Well, my next question for you is, what is your greatest weakness?
Well, if I had to choose one weakness and name it my greatest, it would be probably presenting. I've always dreaded having to present in class, or even getting called on by the teacher to answer a question in the middle of class. I've always been the one to tense up and try to fly through it so I could just get it over with. My hands would get sweaty and my voice gets shaky most of the time. So before I transferred to Appalachian, I went to community college and I took public speaking as an elective. And I believe it definitely helped me. I believe now that if I had to speak in front of a group of people, that I could use the skills that I learned in that class to help me effectively present anything I had to.
Good answer. The fourth question I have is, tell me about a time you had a conflict at work.
Well, at Food Line, when I first started, I was put in the produce department. I didn't know anybody over there, so I did the best I could to get along with everybody. I didn't want to be the new guy that nobody liked. Well, that didn't end up working out so well. Another guy that worked there, he was about 3 years older than me. He had no idea who I was, and I rarely worked with him, so it was weird when I found out that he was telling people that I was a bad person and he didn't like me. So I ended up telling my manager what was happening, and his advice was to confront the guy and talk it out. So I confronted the guy and asked him why he was doing what he was doing. He ended up denying everything that had happened or everything that was previously said, and the problem ended up continuing. But what he was saying finally reached management, and I figured it would after a while. The guy ended up getting moved apartments, and I didn't have to deal with him anymore. He ended up quitting later that year. I believe that this experience taught me that I could handle anything professionally that I could possibly deal with in a business setting. And if I can't solve it, then I would turn it over to somebody higher up that's qualified to handle those situations.
Good, good. The last question I have for you is, how do you define leadership?
Well, leadership, I believe, is something more than just a word that describes somebody who can actually call the shots. I believe that leadership is defined by the skills that one possesses to get the task done at hand.
Good, good answers. Well, I appreciate you coming in for this interview, and I will contact you shortly.